Hi, in this video we'll take a look at some examples of linear equations and how to solve them. A lot of times we see similar verbiage to this one, solve the equation. And what does it really mean to solve an equation? Well, let's take a look at our first example. X plus 5 equals 17. When we say solve the equation, we mean find x. Basically, what we are asking for, what number plus 5 is equal to 17? Well, in this case, it's quite simple. It is 12. 12 plus 5 equals 17. Therefore, x equals 12. And this is what we mean when we say solve the equation. But what if the equation is not as simple as this one? Then we have to take specific steps in order to solve for x. Meaning, isolate x on the left-hand side and move everything else to the right-hand side. So in this case, x plus 5 equals 17. We must move 5 to the other side. How do we move 5 to the other side? By subtracting 5 on both sides. Here it is, minus 5 on the left-hand side and minus 5 on the right-hand side. Remember, whatever we do on the left-hand side, we must do the same on the right-hand side to keep the balance. So now on the left-hand side, positive 5 minus 5, that is equal to 0. And on the right-hand side, 17 minus 5 is 12. So therefore we get x is equal to 12. Now let's take a look at our second example. X minus 21 is equal to negative 56. First step is to add 21 to left-hand side and the right-hand side. We are adding 21 because here we have minus 21. So when we add 21, the negative 21 and positive 21 will cancel out. So on the left-hand side, we just get x, since negative 21 plus 21 is 0. And on the right-hand side, we have negative 56 plus 21, which is equal to negative 35. Therefore, x equals negative 35. Now, let's take a look at our final example. 2x minus 15 is equal to 13. First, let's take care of this negative 15 on the left-hand side. Remember, we need to use the same number, 15, with opposite sign. So plus 15 on the left-hand side and plus 15 on the right-hand side. That way, negative 15 plus 15 is 0, and we are left with 2x on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we can go ahead and add 13 and 15 together to get 28. So now we have 2x equals 28. We're not done yet because we want x by itself. But now notice this x is attached to this 2 via multiplication. We don't see a symbol for multiplication, but when we write it this way, that means they're attached via multiplication. So one way to separate that is to divide by 2. But remember, when we divide the left-hand side by 2, we must divide the right-hand side by 2 as well. Here it is. Now, on the left-hand side, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we just get 1x. And on the right-hand side, 28 divided by 2 is 14. And that is how we get x is equal to 14. Remember, 1x and x are the same thing, and we don't need to write this 1 in front of x. Don't forget to subscribe for more.